Good afternoon, students. So, in your subject TPCT, previously we saw the unit chloralkali industries and heavy metal industries. In that, we saw soda ash and caustic soda and etc. Manufacturing of all those. Today, we are starting new chapter sugar and fermentation industries. In that, we will see products of sugar and fermentation products like different types of alcohols and acids which are manufactured by fermentation like citric acid. Starting with the first product is the sugar from sugarcane. That is sugar, our normal sugar ખાંડ જે આપણે ડે ટુ ડે લાઈફમાં મેક્સિમમ નોટ મેક્સિમમ બટ જે બહુ કોમનલી યુઝ થાય ઇન અવર ડે ટુ ડે લાઈફ વી વિલ सी મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગ ઓફ દેટ sugar from sugarcane એટલે કે શેરડીમાંથી we will manufacture sugar. So carbohydrates and fermentation industries એટલે કે જ્યારે એવી ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીઝ when I say તો એમાં મેઇન કોમ્પોનન્ટ્સ હોય નેચરલી અકરિંગ કોમ્બિનેશન્સ ઓફ કાર્બન હાઇડ્રોજન એન્ડ ઓક્સિજન સ્ટાર્ચ છે સેલ્યુલોઝ then sucrose glucose all these are common carbohydrates products. So એમાંથી ફર્સ્ટ વન સુક્રોઝ જે છે તેનાથી we will start. So this is the chemical formula of sucrose C12H22O11 અને એનું સ્ટ્રક્ચરલ ફોર્મ્યુલા છે. આ સ્ટ્રક્ચરલ ફોર્મ્યુલા is also written ટેબલના ફોર્મ નોટ એક્ઝેક્ટલી ટેબલ પણ એમ સ્કેલેટલ ટાઈપના ફોર્મમાં બી એનું સ્ટ્રક્ચર લખાય. એન્ડ ધીસ આર ધ પ્રોપર્ટીઝ ઓફ સુક્રોઝ. મોલિક્યુલર વેઇટ છે 342 gram per mole. Melting point is given as 186 degrees Celsius. Density is solubility and grades. So sugar bag grades में આપણે mainly we use at home we use either powder or granulated sugar depending upon the recipes we are using it for. So this is the scenario of sugar in India, consumption and production pattern of sugar in India. In the year, first column is year, then for that year or for those years, area under sugarcane in hectares, in 1000 hectares. That is the area covered by sugarcane fields. Next, we have yield obtained from them, from those fields in tons. Production of sugarcane, then number of factories of sugar, average actual capacity, total cane crushed, recovery of sugar in percentage and total produced sugar. So these data are of sugar in India. This is the sugar consumption or production scenario. Also the sugar, yes, before we go to methods of production, we will understand a little about sugar manufacturing in India. So sugar industry was initially mainly in UP, that is Uttar Pradesh and Bihar states, but over time, specifically after mid 1990s or early 1990s, that is 91-92, it moved to southern and Deccan plateau as well. Nowadays even Gujarat is a good manufacturer of sugar. So it is main raw material. Sugarcane is the main raw material for sugar industry. So any place which has abundance of sugarcane plants is good location for sugar industry. It is an agro-based industry and it largely depends on the availability of sugarcane. So it was estimated during the 1991 data that by the year 2001 our country would require around 350 million tons of sugarcane to meet the need of sugar in our country. It has undergone a significant change since 1992 and India has emerged as a net exporter of sugar which was being imported for many years. So after 1992, India, rather than importing it, India now exports sugar to other countries. The government has decided to give boost to sugar exports now, and exports have gone up from 20,000 tons a year in 1986 to 1990 to 200,000 tons, that is 2 lakh tons in 1990-91 and 5,50,000 tons in 1992, and this will keep on increasing along with consumption also in our country. Now we'll see about the production methods. So there are mainly two methods for production of cane. So two methods for extraction of sugar cane to produce crystalline white sugar, and same extraction of same sugar cane to produce gur, that is jaggery, a dark brown sugar concentrate. So here we will be discussing the process flow diagram for generating or producing crystalline white sugar granules that we normally use. Extraction of sugarcane from crystalline for crystalline sugar production, and these are the quantitative requirements. The only raw material we need is raw sugar, that is sugarcane, and other things we will have to add is water, lime and SO2. These are for different processes that we will be seeing in detail in the process flow diagram. Capacity of one such typical plant with this quantities of raw material will be around 100 to 400 tons per day. So this is the flow diagram or flow sheet for sugar production from cane sugar or sugar cane. So as you can see at the top left, sugar cane are shredded, that is non-uniform pieces are done of sugarcane and with the help of crushers. So sugar canes are introduced into crushers and shredded into pieces and then squeezed through a series of pressure mills containing grooved balls. So here is the sugar cane. It is shredded in the shredder. This is the shredder, and then it is passed through pressure mills and juices out of sugar cane are squeezed in this number of pressure mills placed one after the other. Here we can see 4 such mills, and after which we obtain weak juices for recycle stream, which are further again sent through pressure mills. Weak juices and makeup water are added to optimize the juice yield to as high as 95 to 97%. Now after adequate squeezing, all of the squeezing is done, these juices are treated with calcium phosphate followed by lime, and colloid precipitates are formed. So here we can see juices are sent to this reactor along with calcium phosphate and lime. Then SO2 is bubbled through until the pH is 7 to 7.1. So then we enter or introduce sulfur dioxide also to balance the pH. This procedure provides maximum flocculation of impurities. At this stage, a lot of impurities come up and need to be removed. Sulfur dioxide also acts as a bleaching agent. So the color or the whiteness of the sugar is due to the bleaching done by sulfur dioxide. Phosphoric acid or carbon dioxide can be substituted as the acidifying agent depending upon the type of extract handled. Closed steam is in a coil is used to heat and further flocculate the impurities in a continuous settler. So we use steam, and it is used we use steam as the heating source and further flocculate the impurities. Flocculate means collect it at one place for removal. The underflow muds are processed on a continuous rotary press to recover sugar solution, which is either passed forward to the evaporator or backward to the thickener again if it is not clear. Clarified liquor overflows to the evaporator. So what this is meaning to say is that the juices and calcium phosphate, and after reacting with calcium phosphate, lime and sulfur dioxide, the juices convert into clarified liquor, and this clarified liquor is then so the juices now has been converted to clarified liquor, which moves ahead in the process to these multi-effect evaporators. And the underflow mud, which also contains impurities, it either passes forward to the evaporator after being filtered in a rotary filter, or it is sent again to the thickener if it is not clear, and it recycles and then comes again back to the reactor and then moves to the evaporators. Now the clarified juice and the this juice from the bottom after passing through rotary filter, all of these enter the multiple effect evaporators. It is concentrated about 80 to 85% to the water content in this initially is 80 to 85%, and it is concentrated to 40% water in a 3 or 4 multiple effect evaporators. So here we are shown one evaporator, but there is a series of 3 to 4 such evaporators, and after which there is a crystallization unit. Crystallization is completed in a vacuum pan crystallizer. A mixture of crystal and syrup is separated via high-speed basket centrifugal, which is here. So after being crystallized in vacuum pan crystallizer, still a little bit of syrup which is left is separated via this high-speed basket centrifugal separator. The syrup is reconcentrated and cooled to obtain 1 or 2 more crops of crystals. So the syrup which is separated at a high-speed basket centrifugal, it is again reconcentrated and again sent for crystal formation, and we obtain mother liquor for further evaporation, crystallization and blackstrap molasses production. And on the other side we obtain granulated crystal white sugar as our main product. So bagasse is also one of the byproducts which can be obtained from this process. The pulp which is obtained here from the last mill, this pulp, that is the what we call it generally is Sedina kucha. Yes, the pulp expelled from the last mill here. These are the 4 pressure mills. From the last mill is known as bagasse. It is used as fuel for steam boiler. It also can be used to make insulating boards for construction works, and it is also used as fertilizers, cattle feed also. Sometimes it is used as cattle feed, that means food for animals like cow and buffaloes, and also for paper making nowadays. And this mother liquor, molasses and other is used, a part of it is used for again recrystallization, and other is used for jaggery manufacturing also. So this was the detailed process description which we studied from the diagram. Now the engineering problems of this process flow or this plant. First is extraction of juice from cane. Continuing effort is being placed on optimizing this step with design of rolls, temperature and time of operation, using of ultrasonic vibration as major consideration. So these pressure mills are not proving enough, and the juices from the sugarcane are found to be not completely squeezed as it should be. So it is one of the problems which needs to be improved. Second is the choice of flocculation agents. More than 700 materials have been investigated to achieve the ideal conditions of complete precipitation and fast filtration. High magnesia lime is one of the oldest, yet is still the best choice. So we saw that we are using calcium phosphate and lime. In place of that, other 700 materials, different combinations have been used, but still we haven't achieved desired improvement in the results. So even now lime is the best choice. Use of carbon dioxide in carbonation step to reduce alkalinity and improve filtrability has eliminated filter aid and improved decolorization. As we saw that sulfur dioxide was being used as bleaching agent. In place of that, we read that we can also use carbon dioxide for maintaining the alkalinity. Next problem is evaporation and crystallization. Sucrose does not crystallize when a saturated solution is reached and will supersaturate even when seeded. Calandria type evaporators are used to concentrate the dilute juice. Crystallization is done batch-wise in the fourth or last effect. So even a number of multiple evaporators are not sufficient enough, so crystallization is being difficult, which is one of the major engineering problems in this process. So measurement of supersaturation is accomplished by boiling point rise, vacuum measurement and control. Supersaturation is measured in these two regions. One or two more engineering problems are there which are cropped in this, I think. So these are separation of crystals from the syrup. As we saw that high speed basket centrifuge was being used, and even after that a little amount of syrup was being left, and we need to again take it for recrystallization. So the engineering problem here is to increase or improve the yield of centrifugal machine and separation efficiency of the basket centrifuge. So this was the manufacturing of sugar and its properties along with its major engineering problems.